Many Magic the Gathering players watched my last video and I thought you deserved an update. So here it is. This is an update to my review. If you have not seen that, go ahead and check it out on my channel. That's the full review. I just wanted to update you on really two main kind of points. That one of them was pointed out by GameGenic. So thank you, actually, GameGenic, for commenting on my last video and pointing this out. I completely missed this before. This was one feature of this amazing deck box, the Academic, which I did not actually even notice. I can't believe I didn't notice this. I think now that when they said it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that, but I didn't even notice it at the time. So these acrylic dividers right here that we have shown off in the last video, there's actually, if you do want to like put a deck box in, for example, I know I showed that in my last video. I have cards in here, so I won't do it, but it does fit in here through many different combinations and ways that you put it in. However, I did point out, you cannot fit it because of this little divider. This acrylic divider does not fit with the deck box. Even if I have it at the bottom, it's just like it sticks over the edge just a little bit too much. And GameGenic, of course, and the professor's team, they thought of everything. So in that scenario, if you're putting not unsleeved cards, but if you're putting deck boxes in the Academic, you have a place for these that you don't have to just let them go, because they don't fit in here, right? If you notice that, they don't fit in here. They're too big, but there is a place for them. So I will show you. Actually, let me do it this way. I'm just gonna, there we go, slide all those cards off to the side. Make sure I've got them, nothing hanging on the edges there. There is a little slot, and there is one hanging right there. Just be careful not to crunch that card. Yep, okay. It's hard to do this sideways and still show you with perspective, but there's a little slot right here on the end for the divider to go in. So there we go. I'll show that to you right there. And so you literally just slide it down. It does go all the way down, so it's kind of flush with this opening right here, but you can very easily get it out again. Just kind of reach your hand in there and pull it up, and that's how it comes out. So super easy, really nice feature. Now on to my next point, because I'm going to put that on the other side. Oh, actually, I guess there's kind of three. I'll call it 2.5, maybe 3 updates here, because related to the dividers. If you're like me, anytime there's like a foil thing on this, I don't like to pull those off, because I like to protect what's underneath it as long as possible. But I will say, I have noticed it is a little bit of a tight fit. It still works to, slide these in and out of these slots with this little divider, but every little bit counts. And so I'm going to peel these off here. I would recommend you peel them off too if you haven't yet, because they're very hard, by the way, to start. So I already started the corners here. They are ridiculously hard to get started. There's no like pull tab or anything, but very, very, very easy to slide things in and out of these little slots if you align it right. When you have those, they just slide in and out super easy. They're a little bit tough when you leave those foil, what do you call it, protectors, I guess, on top of it. So going to highly recommend that. Now, for the next thing I'm going to show you, I am going to put these sleeves, or these little acrylic dividers in that section. Make sure I've got everything out of there. That one pesky little card always stays on the side. There we go. Okay. Now, in my last video, I did put 5 commander decks in here, and I asked if anybody wanted to see if I could fit 6, because I had a thought, like maybe I can find a way to fit 6 in here somehow, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is not like 100 cards exactly. These ones I have, I think, just about 100, and there's a lot of extra space on the side here. These cards I have more than 100, like I have some tokens in here, and some of the like replacement cards that you get like in the booster packs for cards that are like double face, and I want to sleeve them up together. So like those are in there. So this one is a lot more firm. There's not a lot of room on the side here to add anything else, because that's over 200 cards on that side. This one's much closer to 200. I still think it's a little bit over with what I have right now, but I still do have some room kind of in there to potentially add some more things. And then, as we showed off in the last video, these awesome compartments here do include enough space for about 50 and 50 cards each. And so I've got a 5th commander deck down there. You can put some cards up here, but it's not a full 50. And I do know I have this space here and here. So I want to see and kind of show you guys live, and we'll experiment and see if we are able to fit it in. Now, I did try this already with the dividers right here, and it didn't work. And there was still a little bit of a gap between the divider and this row of cards here. and there wasn't quite enough space. I got like maybe 2/3 of my deck or so roughly in there, and I was like, oh, I don't think it works. But then I was like, wait a minute, I can take what GameGenic told me, take that divider out there and put it over here on the side, which is where it is currently, see if I can fit it between here and here and here, and see if that 6th commander deck will work. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna see if it works. I have one more commander deck right here. We're gonna try and sleeve, or it's already sleeved up. We're gonna try and see if we can divide it up. I don't know how to divide it up. That's probably too much. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. We'll have to divide it up a little bit differently. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, that definitely fits. There's some more room to go. I'm not gonna worry necessarily about my cards being in the right order. And we'll stop it right there because that feels pretty tight. I could probably go one less card and feel a little bit safer, but you know, it does work. We'll see how much extra room we have at the end. Okay, so there's that. How many more do I need to have here? I do have a couple things that are unsleeved in here, but I have some tokens, so it kind of makes up for it. I did check the size here. This is at least what you would see in a 100-card commander deck. That's almost perfect. Okay. All right, moment of truth, because I have these cards here. Ooh, that is really close. Okay, so you can see kind of flush. It is sticking up a little bit. I think that would be okay, though, if I put the lid on. I could probably get away with, you see my fancy proxying. I could probably get away with maybe putting a couple more in the sides here. Oh yeah, that'll fit. It's tight, but it fits. Yeah, okay. That feels a little better. Maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I don't feel like I'm like damaging my cards, but it does feel like they're very snug. Very snug. Okay. As you can see, I've got some good cards in here, so I don't want to damage them. Yeah, okay, so this is good. The one kind of downside is that, as you saw, if I'm turning it sideways, you know, these cards can kind of slide over that way. But that's not the end of the world. Let's see what happens. So actually, I just want to take a moment here. That's the 6th commander deck. We did it. There's 6 commander decks in this right now. Let me just make sure it closes. Don't know why it wouldn't. That's amazing. Okay. Yeah, that's it. 6 commander decks. I did it. So that's the update to this video. Here's the shake test. Holding it upside down. Still nothing. Shaking it all over. I think this is the way I have that oriented. And ta-da! Yeah, they shift around a little bit in here. So I might not put like a, I don't know. I mean, there is a little bit of shifting, I will say. They're not going anywhere though. They're not leaving. The cards are still in here. They're not going to be like flying all over the place. This is very secure. So it's up to you. If you really wanted to, you could put 6 single-sleeved commander decks in the Academic 266 plus XL. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, because that would be really cool, and I can do more videos like this and show you guys more cool stuff. Thanks. We'll see you in the next one.